रथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं विष्णुचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सर्वविता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, offer millions of obeisances to the feet of Asmari Guru Padma, Vitala Prataja Guru Shishimad Bhakti-Vidanta Goswami Maharaj, Purendi Swami Shishimad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj, Mr. Santosh Aniruddha Guruji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas are gathered here. Please accept my humble obeisances. We are discussing Caitanya Caritamrta. आत्मेन्द्रिय प्रीति वांछा तारे बलिकाम, कृष्णेन्द्रिय प्रीति इच्छा तारे प्रेम नाम, सर्वाथा ध्वंस रहितम सत्योपि ध्वंस कारणे, यद्भाव बंधनम योनो स प्रेमः परिकीर्तितः। आत्मेन्द्रिय प्रीति, for the pleasure of one's own senses, vancha desires. Tare, to that, bali I say, kama lust, Krishna indriya priti, for the pleasure of Lord Krishna's senses, ichha, desire, dhare, holds, prema, love, nama, the name. The desire to gratify one's own senses is kama, but the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is prema. The revealed scriptures describe pure love as follows. Sarvata dhamsa rahitam satyopi dhamsa karane, yadbhavabandhanam yuna sa prema parikirtita. So here, the definition of prema has been described. I think this definition is again maybe from Bhakti-Vidanta Sindhu or its second part, Ujjwal Nilamani. Sarvata dhamsa rahitam satyopi dhamsa karane, yad bhava bandhanam yuno sa prema parikirtita. If there is ample reason for the dissolution of a conjugal relationship, and yet such a dissolution does not take place, such a relationship of intimate love is called pure. The predominated gopis were bound to Krishna in such pure love. For them, there was no question of sexual love based on sense gratification. So this is actually in contrast to the marriages that take place these days, the marriages which are simply based on lust. Because if husband and wife, they don't get along, and then there's a divorce. Even if there is a little problem in their sex life, they will simply divorce. So dampatya, so the husband and wife are attached to each other only for sex life. That type of love is not Gopi's love. Krishna went from Vrindavan to Mathura, and from Mathura he went to Dwarka. He got married again, but Gopis were still waiting for him in Uddhav Kali. That is a love, because that love is not based on lust. Atmendriya priti vancha dhare kamanam, Krishnendriya priti vancha dhare premanam. So the desire to satisfy Krishna, that is prema. But desire to satisfy one's own senses, that is called kama. So the predominated gopis are bound to Krishna in such a pure love. For them, there was no question of sexual love based on sense gratification. Their only engagement in life was to see Krishna happy in all respects, regardless of their own personal interest. So gopis are basically dressing nicely for only one reason, because they wanted to satisfy Krishna. That's why they were dressing nicely. There was not the slightest tinge of sexual love between the gopis and Krishna. The author of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta asserts with authority that sexual love is a matter of personal sense enjoyment. All the regulative principles in the Vedas pertaining to desires for popularity, fatherhood, wealth, and so on are different phases of self gratification. Acts of self gratification may be performed under the cover of public welfare, nationalism, religion, altruism, ethical codes, biblical codes, health directives, fruitive action, bashfulness, tolerance, personal comfort, liberation from material bondage, progress, family affection, or fear of social ostracism or legal punishment. But all these categories are different subdivisions of one substance, sense gratification. All such good acts are performed basically for one's own sense gratification. For no one can sacrifice his personal interest while discharging these much advertised moral and religious principles. But above all, this is a transcendental stage in which one feels himself to be only an eternal servant of Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead. All acts performed in this sense of servitude are called a pure love of God because they are performed for the absolute self gratification of Sri Krishna. However, any act performed for the purpose of enjoying its fruits or results in an act of self gratification. Such actions are visible sometimes in gross and sometimes in subtle forms. कामेर तात्पर्य निज संभोग केवल कृष्ण सुख तात्पर्य मात्र प्रेम प्रबल कामेर of lust तात्पर्य the intent निज own संभोग enjoyment केवल only Krishna sukha for Lord Krishna's happiness तात्पर्य the intent matra only prema love the certainly prabala powerful. The object of lust is only the enjoyment of one's own senses. But love caters to the enjoyment of Lord Krishna and thus it is very powerful. लोक धर्म वेद धर्म देह धर्म कर्म लज्जा धैर्य देह सुख आत्म सुख मर्म दुष्ट जार्ज पथ निज पर जन स्वजन कर्ण भजन सर्व त्याग करी करे कृष्ण भजन कृष्ण सुख हेतु करे प्रेम सेवान लोक धर्म customs of the people Veda Dharma, Vedic injunctions. Deha Dharma, necessities of the body. Karma, fruitive work. Lajja, bashfulness. Dhairya, patience. Deha Sukha, the happiness of the body. Atma Sukha, the happiness of the self. Marma, the essence. Dustaja, difficult to give up. Ajya Patha, the path of Varnashram. Nija own, Parijana, family members. Swajane, one's own family. Kare, do. Jata, all. Tadana, punishment. Bhatsana, scolding. Sarva Tyaga Kori. Sarva Tyaga Kari, giving up everything. Kare, do. Krishna of Lord Krishna, bhajana, worship. Krishna Sukha Hetu, for the purpose of Lord Krishna's happiness. Kare, do. Prema, out of love. Sevana, service. Social customs. Scriptural injunctions. Bodily demands. Fruitive action. Shyness, patience. Shyness, patience. Social customs, scriptural injunctions, bodily demands, fruitive action, shyness, patience, bodily pleasures, self-gratification, and the wrath of Varnashram Dharma. It is difficult to give up. The gopis have forsaken all these. Hmm. So you see that how glorious are the gopis. Huh? Um, the gopis have forsaken all these as well as their own relatives and their punishment and scolding for the sake of serving Lord Krishna. They render loving service to him for the sake of his enjoyment. So whatever the gopis do, they do it for their own enjoyment. This is what is told here. Then यहाँ के कहिए कृष्ण दृढ़ अनुराग स्वच्छ धौत वस्त्रे जैसे नाही कोन डाग. So यहाँ के this कहिए, I say, Krishna in Lord Krishna, Drudha, strong, Anurag, love, such a pure, Dhauta, clean, Vastra, in cloth, Jaiche, just as, Nahi, not, Kona, some dag mark. This is called firm attachment to Lord Krishna. It is spotlessly pure, like a clean cloth that has no stain. The author of Caitanya Caritamrta advises everyone to give up all engagements of self gratification. So, the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita advises everyone to give up all engagements of sense gratification and, like the gopis, dovetail oneself entirely with the will of the Supreme Lord. That is the ultimate instruction of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. We should be prepared to do anything and everything to please Lord, even at the risk of violating the Vedic principles of or ethical laws. That is the standard of love of Godhead. Such activities in pure love of Godhead are as spotless as white linen that has been completely washed. Srila Bhakti-Vinod Thakur warns us in this connection that we should not mistakenly think that the idea of giving up everything implies the renunciation of duties necessary in relation to the body and mind. Even such duties are not sense gratification if are undertaken in a spirit of service to Krishna. अतएव काम प्रेम बहुत अंतर काम प्रेम निर्मल भास्कर. अतएव therefore kama prema in lust and love bahuta much antara space between kama lust andhatama blind darkness prema love nirmala pure bhaskara sun. Therefore lust and love are quite different. Lust is like dense darkness, but love is like the bright sun. अतएव गोपिकड़े नहीं काम गंध कृष्ण सुख लागी मात्र कृष्ण से संबंध. Ataiva, therefore, Gopi Gane of the gopis, Nahi not, Kama Gandha, the slightest bit of lust. Krishna Sukha, the happiness of Lord Krishna, Lagi for Matra only Krishna, Lord Krishna, say that Sambandha, the relationship. Thus, there is not the slightest taint of lust in the gopis' love. Their relationship with Krishna is only for the sake of his enjoyment. Yate Sujata Charanamburuham Stareshu. भीताशने प्रियदधिमहि कर्कशेषु तेनाटवीं अटसितद्गततेन किं स्वेत् कुरुपादिभिर्भ्रमति धीर्भवदायुषाम्ना. Yet which they, your Sujata, very fine, Charana Amburuham, lotus sweet, Staneshu on the breast, Bhitaha, being afraid, Shanahi gently, Priya, O dear one, Dadimahi, be placed, Karkasheshu, rough, Tena, with them, Atavim, the path, Atasi, you roam, Tat, they, Vyatha, Vyathate are distressed, no, not, comes with, we wonder. Kurpa Aditi by small stones and so on. Brahmati flutters, he, the mind. Bhavat Ayusham, of those whom your lordship is the very life. Naha, of us. Oh, dearly beloved, your lotus feet are so soft that you place them gently on our breast, fearing that your feet will be hurt. Our life rests only in you. Our minds, therefore, are filled with anxiety that your tender feet might be wounded by pebbles as we roam about on the forest path. This text is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10 Canto 31st chapter 19th verse. Was spoken by the gopis when Krishna left them in the midst of Rasa Leela. Yatte sujata charanamburuham staneshu Gita shane priyadadimahi karkasheshu Tena tavim atasita vyathatena kimsi Purupa divid bhramati dhed bhavadayu shamna. आत्म सुख दुख गोपीर नहीं का विचार कृष्ण सुख हेतु चेष्टा मनोव्यवहार आत्म सुख दुख in personal happiness or distress gopir of the gopis nahi ka not vichar consideration krishna sukha hetu for the purpose of Lord Krishna's happiness cheshta activity manaha of the mind vyavahar the business. The gopis do not care for their own pleasure or pains. All their physical and mental activities are directed towards offering enjoyment to Lord Krishna. Krishna lagi aara sab kare paritya, Krishna sab hetu kare shuddha anurag. Krishna lagi for Lord Krishna aara other. Sab all kare do parityag give up. Krishna sukha hetu for the purpose of Lord Krishna's happiness, kare, do, shuddha, pure, anurag, attachments. They renounced everything for Lord Krishna. They have pure attachment to giving Krishna pleasure. Evam mat artho jidaloka veda svana bhivo mai anuvritte avala maya paroksham bhajata tirohitam masu yitum marhata yat priyam priyam. Evam thus, mat arthat, for me, uchita, rejected, loka, popular customs, Veda, Vedic injunctions, Swanam, own families, he, certainly, Vaha, of your, my, me, Anuvrittaye, to increase regard for, Abala, O woman, Maya, by me, Paroksham, invisible, Bhajata, favoring, Tirohitam, withdrawn from, sight, ma, me, asuitum, to be displeased with, ma, earth, arhata, you do not all deserve, that therefore, priyam, who is dear, priya. Oh my dear, oh my beloved gopis, we have renounced social customs, scriptural injunctions, and your relatives for my sake. I disappeared behind you only to increase your concentration upon me. Since I disappeared for your benefit, you should not be displeased with me. This text from Srimad Bhagavatam 10 Canto 32nd chapter 21st verse was spoken by Lord Krishna. We return to the arena of Rasa Leela. Krishna Pratikyaika Archa Purva Jai Jai Se Bhaje Krishna Tare Bhaje Taiche. Krishna of Lord Krishna Pratigya promise. Ek Ache there is Purva Hete from before. Jai whoever. Jaiche just as Bhaje he worships. Krishna Lord Krishna Tare to him Bhaje reciprocates Saiche just. Lord Krishna has a promise from before to reciprocate with his devotees according to the way they worship him. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam satam varamyam mavartman vartante mashyapartha sarvacha. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam satam varamyam mavartman vartante manushyah partha sarvacha. Ye, those who yatha as mam to me prapadyante surrender tam them tatha so eva certainly bhajami Lord aham I mama my Vartmapat Anuvartante follow. Manusha being Partha Osana Putha. Sarvasha in all respects. In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, my devotee, everyone follows my path in all respects, Osana Putha. Krishna was never ungrateful to the gopis. For he declared to Arjuna in his verse on the Bhagavad Gita, he reciprocates with his devotees in reciprocation, in proportion to the transcendental loving service they render unto him. Everyone follows the path that leads towards him. But there are different degrees of progress on that path, and the Lord realizes in proportion to one's advancement. Is one, but the progress in approaching the ultimate goal is different. Therefore, the proportion of realization of this goal will be the absolute personality of God is also different. The gopis attained the highest goal, and the Lord Chaitanya affirmed that there is no higher method of worshipping God than the command of the devotees. से प्रतिज्ञा भंग गोपीर भजने ताहाते प्रमाण कृष्ण श्री मुख वचने say that particular promise bhanga haila was broken gopira of the gopis bhajane by the worship tahate that pramana the truth of Lord Krishna Shri Vachani by the words from the mouth. That promise has been broken by the worship of gopis that Lord Krishna himself admits. न पारेहं निरवध्य संयुजां ससादकृत्यं विबुधायुषात्मा यामा भजन् दुर्जयके शङ्करा संवृष्य तद्वा प्रतिहाति साधना. No, not. I'm able to make aham, I. Niravadya samyujam, to those who are completely free from deceit. Sasadakrityam, proper concentration. Vibhuda Ayusha, with a lifetime as long as that of the demigods. Api, although, Ma, you, Ya, who, Ma, me, Abhajan, have worshipped Durjaya Gehe Kala, the chains of household life, which are difficult to overcome. Samprishya, cutting, that Vaha of you, Pratiyatu, let it be returned. Sadhuna, by the good activity itself. Gopis, I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service. Even within a lifetime of Brahma, your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be acknowledged. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, Canto 32nd, chapter 22nd verse was spoken by Sri Krishna himself, and when he returned to the gopis upon hearing the sound of Sukhadeva. तवे जे देखिए गोपी निज देहे प्रीता से हो तो कृष्ण लागी जानिया निश्चिता. तबे now they whatever देखिए visiti gopi of the gopis nija dehe for their own bodies prita affection say ho that the certainly Krishna lagi for Lord Krishna jani no nischita for certain. Now whatever affection we see the gopis show for their own bodies, know it for certain to be only for the sake of Lord Krishna. The selfless love of Godhead exhibited by the gopis cannot have any parallel. We should not therefore misunderstand the carefulness of the gopis in their personal decoration. The gopis dressed themselves as beautifully as possible just to make Krishna happy by seeing them. They had no ulterior desires. They dedicated their bodies and everything they possessed to the service of Sri Krishna, taking for granted that their bodies were made for his enjoyment. They dressed themselves on understanding that Krishna would be happy by seeing and touching them. Hey, Deha Kailu Ame Krishna Sampurna Samarpanam Tandra dhana, tandra iha sambhoga sadhana. Hey, this deha body, Kailu have done. I, Krishna, to Lord Krishna. Samarpana offering, Tandra of him, Dhana, the wealth, Tandra of him, Iha, this. Sambhoga sadhana, bring about the enjoyment. The gopis think, I offered this body to Lord Krishna. He is its owner and it brings him enjoyment. ए देह दर्शन स्पर्शे कृष्ण संतोषाण ए लागी करे देहर मार्जन भूषण. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just 2 minute chanting. I'm coming on the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. ए देह दर्शन स्पर्शे कृष्ण संतोषाणि ए लागी करे दे ए लागी करे देहर मार्जन भूषण. ए देह of this body, darshana, by sight, sparshe and touch Krishna, of Lord Krishna, santoshana, the satisfaction. A lagi, for this kare, they do, dehera of the body, marjana, cleaning, bhushana, decorating. Krishna finds joy in seeing and touching this body. It is for this reason that they cleanse and decorate their bodies. So, this is actually wonderful in reason. निजांगमपि या गोप्यो ममेति समुपासते ताभ्या परम न मे पार्थ निगूढ़ प्रेम भाजनम. निज अंगम, own body, api, although jaha, who, gopya, the gopis, mama, mine, iti, thus, thinking, samupasate, engage in decorating, tabhya, than them, parama, greater, no, not, made for me, partha, Arjuna, niguda prema, of deep love, bhajana, receptacles. Arjuna, there are no greater receptacles of deep love for me than the gopis, who cleanse and decorate their bodies because they consider them mine. This verse is spoken by Lord Krishna in Adi Puran. Adi Puran. So you'll see that gopis do everything for Krishna. आर एक अद्भुत गोपी भावेर स्वभाव बुद्धिर गोचर नहीं जहर प्रभाव. Are another ek one adbhuta wonderful gopi bhavet of the emotion of the gopis swabhava nature. Buddhira of the intelligence, gochara an object of perception, nahe is not, jahara of which prabhava the power. There is another wonderful feature of the emotion of the gopis. Its power is beyond the comprehension of the intelligence. गोपी गण करे जबे कृष्ण दर्शन सुख वांचना ही सुख य कोटि गुण. Gopi Gana, the gopis, करे to jabe when Krishna darshana, seeing Krishna. Is that what there is need? There is not. Sukha, the happiness, fire, there is beautiful, 10 million times. When gopis saw Krishna, they derive unbounded bliss, although they have desire for such pleasure. Gopi ka darshan Krishna, je anuraha, taha iti koti guna, gopi aswada. Gopika Darshani, in seeing the gopis, Krishna of Lord Krishna, whatever ananda, joy there is, taha hete, than that, koti guna, 10 million times more, the gopis are swada test. The gopis test a pleasure 10 million times greater than the pleasure Lord Krishna derives from seeing them. The wonderful characteristics of the gopis are beyond imagination. They have no desire for personal satisfaction. Yet when Krishna is happy by seeing them, that happiness of Krishna makes the gopis a million times more happy than Krishna himself. तासवार नाही निज सुख अनुरोध तथापि बाढै सुख पडिल विरोध. Tasavar of all of them, nahi not, nija sukha, for their own happiness, anurodha, entity. Tathapi still, badhe increases, sukha, happiness. Padila happened, virodha, contradiction. The gopis have no inclination for their own enjoyment, and yet their joy increases. That is indeed a contradiction. ए विरोधेर एक मात्र देखी समाधान गोपिकार sukha Krishna sukhe pariyavasan. A this virodhera of the contradiction. Ek one matra only dekhi I see samadhana solution. Gopikara of the gopis sukha the happiness. Krishna sukhe in the happiness of Lord Krishna. Paryavasana the conclusion. For this contradiction, I see only one solution. The joy of the gopis lies in the joy of their beloved Krishna. The situation of the gopis is perplexing, for although they did not want personal happiness, it was imposed upon them. The solution to this perplexity is that Sri Krishna's sense of happiness is limited by the happiness of the gopis. Devotees at Vrindavan therefore try to serve the gopis, namely Radharani and her associates. If one gains the favor of the gopis, he easily gains the favor of Krishna. Because on the recommendation of the gopis, Krishna at once accepts the service of a devotee. Lord Chaitanya therefore wanted to please the gopis instead of Krishna. But his contemporaries misunderstood him, and for this reason, Lord Chaitanya renounced the order of householder life and became a sannyasi. गोपिका दर्शने कृष्णेर बाढ़े प्रफुल्लता से माधुर्य बाढ़े जार नाही क समता. Gopika Darshani, in seeing the gopis, Krishnera of Lord Krishna, Bade increases Prafullata, the cheerfulness. Say that Madhurja, sweetness, Bade increases, Jara of which Nahika there is not, Samata, equality. When Lord Krishna sees the gopis, his joy increases and his unparalleled sweetness increases also. আমার দর্শনে কৃষ্ণ পাইলে তা সুখ এই সুখে গোপীর প্রফুল্ল মুখ. Amara Darshane, in seeing me, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Paila obtained ether so much sukha, happiness. A this sukhe in happiness, Gopira of the gopis, Prafulla, full blown, Anga Mukha, bodies and faces. The gopis think Krishna has obtained so much pleasure by seeing me. That thought increases the fullness and beauty of their faces and bodies. Gopi Shobha Dekhi Krishna Shobha Bade Jata. Krishna Shobha Dekhi Gopi Shobha Bade Tata. Gopi Shobha, the beauty of the gopis, Dekhi seeing Krishna of Lord Krishna, Shobha the beauty, Bade increases. Jata, as much as Krishna Shobha, the beauty of Lord Krishna. Deki, seeing Gopi of the gopis, Shobha, the beauty, body increases Tata, that much. The beauty of Lord Krishna increases at the sight of the beauty of the gopis. And the more the gopis see Lord Krishna's beauty, the more their beauty increases. ए मत परस्पर पडे हुडाहुडी परस्पर वाढे केह मुख नाही मुडी. A mata like this, paraspara, reciprocal, pade, happens, huda hudi, jostling, paraspara, mutually, badhe, increases, keh, sometimes, someone, mukha, face, nahi, not, moody, covering. In this way, a competition takes place between them in which no one acknowledges defeat. Kintu Krishnera sukha gopi rupa gune, tandra sukha Tandra Sukhe Sukha Vriddhi Haya Gopi Gani Kintu, but Krishna of Lord Krishna, Sukhe, the happiness, Haya is Gopi Rupa Gani, in the qualities and beauty of the gopis, Tandra of him, Sukhe in the happiness, Sukha Vriddhi, increase of happiness, Haya, there is Gopi Gani in the gopis. Krishna, however, derives pleasure from the beauty and good qualities of the gopis. And when the gopis sees pleasure, the joy of the gopis increases. अतएव से सुख कृष्ण सुख पोषे हेतु गोपी प्रेमे नाही काम दोषे. अतएव therefore say that sukha happiness Krishna sukha the happiness of Lord Krishna poshe nourishes this hetu reason gopi preme in the love of the gopis nahi there is not kama doshe the fault of lust. Therefore we find that the joy of the gopis nourishes the joy of Lord Krishna. For that reason the fault of lust is not present in their love. By looking at the beautiful gopis, Krishna becomes enlivened, and this enlivens the gopis, whose youthful faces and bodies blossom. This competition of increasing beauty between the gopis and Krishna, which is without limitations, is so delicate that sometimes mundane moralists mistake these dealings to be purely amorous. But these affairs are not at all mundane, because the gopis' intense desire to satisfy Krishna surcharges the entire scene with pure love of Godhead, with, with not a spot of sexual indulgence. उपेत्यपति सुंदरी ततिभिर आभीर अभ्यर्चितम स्मितांकुर करम्बितैर नटदपांग भंगी शतहि स्तनस्तवक संचरन नयन चंचरिकांचलम व्रजे विजयिनम भजे विपिन देशता केशवम. Upetya, having mounted their palaces, Pati on the path, Sundari Tativhi Avi, by the women of Raja, Abhyarchitam, who is worshipped, Smita Ankura Karam Vitahi, intermingled with the sprouts of gentle smiles, Natata, dancing, Apang of glances, Baish Shatahi, Bangi Shatahi, with 100 manners, Stanas Tabaka, the multitude of breast, Sancharata, wandering around, Nayana of the two eyes, Chancharika like these, Anchalam, him whose corners, Vraje, in Vraja, Vijayanam coming, Bhaje, I worship, Vipina Deshata, from the forest, Keshava of Lord Keshava. I worship Lord Keshava, coming back from the forest of Vraja. He is worshipped by the gopis who mount the roofs of their palaces and meet him on the path with the hundreds manners of dancing glances and gentle smiles. The corners of his eyes wander like large black bees around the gopi's breast. This statement appears in the Keshavashtaka of the Stavamala, compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami. So here the breast of the gopis, they are compared to the flowers, a bunch of flowers. And bumblebee likes to take honey from the flowers. So like that, Krishna's eyes are compared here to the large black bees, because Krishna's eyes are black. So, so Krishna's eyes are always wandering around the gopi's breast. So This is a very nice, very rasic Allah. This is compared by the song. आयक गोपी प्रेमेर स्वाभाविक चिन्ह जे प्रकारे हय प्रेम काम गंध are another एक one gopi premier of the love of the gopis स्वाभाविक natural चिन्ह symptom जे which प्रकारे in the way higher is prema love kama gandha hina without a trace of lust. There is another natural symptom of the gopis love that shows it to be without a trace of lust. गोपी प्रेम करे कृष्ण माधुर्य जे गाढ़ा प्रेम रमः तुष्टि. Gopi prema, the love of the gopis, करे does Krishna madhurya, of the sweetness of the Lord Krishna, pushti, nourishment, madhurya, the sweetness, badhaya, causes to increase, prema, love, haya, being, mahatushti, greatly pleased. The love of the gopis nourishes the sweetness of Lord Krishna. That sweetness in turn increases their love, for they are greatly satisfied. प्रीति विषयानंदे तद आश्रयानंद ताहा नाही निज सुख वांछार संबंध. प्रीति विषय आनंदे. In the joy of the object of love, tat of that love, ashraya, ananda, the joy of the abode, taha, that nahi, not, nija sukha vanchara, of desire for one's happiness, sambandha, relationship. The happiness of the abode of love is in the happiness of the object that love. This is not a relationship of desire for personal gratification. निरुपति प्रेम जहाँ तहाँ रीति प्रीति विषय सुखिया शेर प्रीति निज प्रेमानंदे कृष्ण सेवानंदे बाढ़े से आनंदे प्रति भक्ति महाक्रोधे. Nirupati, without identification, prema of love, yaha, which, taha, that, a, this, riti, style, riti, vishaya, of the object of love, sukhe, in the happiness, ashrayera, of the abode of that love, riti, the pleasure, nija, one's own, prema of love, anande, by the joy, krishna, of Lord Krishna, seva ananda, the joy of service, bade, is obstructed. Say that Anandera prati, towards the joy, bhaktera, of the devotee, haya is mahakrodhe, great anger. Whenever there is unselfish love, that is its style. The reservoir of love derives pleasure when the lovable object is pleased. When the pleasure of love interferes with the service of Lord Krishna, the devotee becomes angry towards such ecstasy. As mentioned above, the gopis are to be predominated lovers. The gopis are the predominated lovers, and Sri Krishna is the predominator. Beloved, the love of the predominated nourishes the love of the predominator. The gopis had no desire for selfish enjoyment. Their feeling of happiness was indirect, for it was dependent on the pleasure of Krishna. Causeless love of God, it is always so. Such pure love is possible only when the predominated is made happy by the happiness of the predominated. Such unalterable love is exemplified when the lover deprecates her happiness in service that hinders her from discharging it. Angastambharambam uttungayantam premanandam daruko nabhananda kansara tere vijanayana sakshat akshodiyan antarayo gadhai. Anga, of the limbs, stamba, arambam, the beginning of stupefaction, uttunga bhatam, uttunga, uttungayatam, which was causing him to reach prema anandam, the joy of love, Darukaha, Daruka, the Lord chariot driver, not Abhanandat, welcomed, Kamsa Arate, of Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, Vijay, in fanning with a charmer fan, Jena, by which Sakshat clearly, Akshodhyana, greater, Antaraya, obstacle, Vedari, has been created. See, Daruka did not relish his ecstatic feelings of love, for they caused his limbs to become stunned and thus obstructed his service of fanning Lord Krishna. This verse is from Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.62. गोविंद प्रेक्षणाक्षेपी बाष्पूर्वा विवर्षिणम उच्चैर अरिंदत आनंदम अरविंद विलोचना. Govinda, of Lord Govinda, Prekshana, the seeing, Akshepi, hindering, Bashvapura, groups of tears, Avivarshanam, which caused to rain, Uchchahi, powerfully, Anindat, condemned, Anandam, the bliss, Arvind Vilochana, the lotus-eyed Radharani. The lotus-eyed Radharani powerfully condemned the ecstatic love that caused a flow of tears that hindered her sight of Govinda. This verse is from this verse is also from Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu 2.3.54. So here, Ara Shuddha Bhakta Krishna Prema Seva Vine Sukhartha Salukyadi Nakare Grahane Ara and Shuddha Bhakta, the pure devotee, Krishna Prema, out of love for Lord Krishna, Seva service, Vine without, So Sukhartha, for the purpose of one's own happy pleasure, Salukyadi, the five types of liberation, beginning from Salukya, residing on the same spiritual planet as the Lord, Nakare, do not do, Grahane, acceptance. Furthermore, pure devotees never forsake the loving service of Lord Krishna to aspire for their own personal pleasure through the five kinds of liberation. A pure devotee of Krishna who loves him exclusively will flatly refuse to accept any sort of liberation, beginning from merging in the body of the Lord and extending to the other varieties of liberation, such as equality of form, opulence, or abode, um, and the opulence of living near the Lord. Madgurashruti matreण मयि सर्वगुहाशय मनोगतिर अविच्छिन्ना यथा गंगाम बसोम बुधौ. Much of me, guna, of the qualities, Shruti matrena, only by hearing, Mai, to me, Sarva Guha, in all hearts, Ashaye, who I am situated, Manah Gatihi, the movement of the mind, Avichinna, unobstructed, Yathaha, just as Ganga Ambasa, of the celestial waters of the Ganges, Ambudhav, to the ocean, just as the celestial waters of the Ganges flow unobstructed into the ocean. So when my devotees simply hear of me, their minds come to me, who reside in the hearts of all. Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya hi upadhrutam Aituki Abhavahita Ya Bhakti Purushottame. Lakshanam, the symptom, Bhakti Yogasya, of devotional service, Nirgunasya, beyond the three modes of nature. He certainly, Udahrutam, is cited, Ahituki, causeless, Abhavahita, uninterrupted, Ya, which Bhakti, devotional service, Purushottame, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are the characteristics of transcendental loving service to Purushottam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is causeless and it cannot be obstructed in any way. सारोप्य साष्टि सारूप्य सामीप्यम एकत्वम अपियुत दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति मीनामत् सेवनं जनः. Salokya, being on the same planet as me, Sarpi, having opulence equal to mine, Sarupya, having the same form as me, Samipya, having direct association with me, Ekatvam, oneness with me, Api, even, Uta, or Diyamanam, being given, Na, not, Runanti, accept, Vina, without, Mat Sevanam, my service, Jana, the devotees. My devotees do not accept Salokya, Sashti, Samipya, Sarupya, Samipya, oneness with me, even if I offer this liberation, in preference to serving me. These three verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 29th chapter, 11th and 13th verses were spoken by Lord Krishna in the form of Kapil Dev. Matsevaya pratitam te sadokyari chatushayam nechanti sevaya purna kutvanyat kala viplutam. Mat of me, sevaya, by service, pratitam, obtained, they, salokya, lila, salokya adi, liberation, beginning from salokya. Chatushtayam, four kinds of, naichanti, do not desire, sevaya, by service, purnaha, complete, kutaha, where, anyat, other things, kala viplutam, which are lost in time. My devotees, having fulfilled their desires by serving me, do not accept the four kinds of salvation that are easily earned by such service. Why then should they accept any pleasure that are lost in the course of time? This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by the Lord in connection with the characteristics of Maharaj Ambarish. Merging into the existence of the Absolute is as temporary as living in the celestial kingdom. Both of them are controlled by time, neither position is permanent. कामगंधहीन स्वाभाविक गोपी प्रेम निर्मल उज्ज्वल शुद्ध जैन दग्ध हेम. Kamagandhahina, without any scent of lust, Swabhavika, natural, Gopi Prem, the love of the gopis, Nirmala, spotless, Ujjvala, blazing, Shuddha, pure, Jaina, like, Dagdha Hema, molten gold. The natural love of the gopis is devoid of any trace of lust. It is faultless, bright and pure, like molten gold. कृष्णेर सहाय गुरु बांधव प्रेयसी गोपिका है न प्रिया शिष्य सखी दासी. Krishna of Lord Krishna, Sahaya, helpers, Guru, teachers, Bandhava, friends, Prayasi, wives, Gopika. The gopis, Hayana are Priya, dear, Shishya, students, Sakhi, confidants, Dasi, servants. The gopis are the helpers, teachers, friends, wives, their disciples, confidants, and serving maids of Lord Krishna. Sahaya Gurava Shishya Pujishya Vandava Striya Satyam Vadami Te Partha Gopya Kimme Bhavantina. Sahaya, helpers, Guravaha, teachers, Shishya, students, Bhujishya, servants, Bandhava, friends, Striya, wives, Satyam, truthfully, Vadami, I say, Te, unto you, Partha or Arjuna, Gopya, the gopis, Kim, what, me, for me, Bhavanti are, no, not. O Partha, I speak to you the truth. The gopis are my helpers, teachers, disciples, servants, friends, and consorts. I do not know what they are not to me. Gopika Janina Krishne Manera Vanchita Prema Seva Paripati Ishta Samihita. Gopika, the gopis, Janina know Krishna of Lord Krishna, Manir of the mind, Vanchita, the desired object, Prema Seva of service in love, Paripati, perfection, Ishta Samihita, achievement of the desired goal of life. The gopis know Krishna's desires and they know how to render perfect loving service for its enjoyment. They perform their service expertly for the satisfaction of their beloved. Man mahatmam mat saparyam mashraddham man manogatam jananti gopika partha nani jananti tatvata. Mat mahatmam, my greatness, mat sapajam, my service, mat shraddham, respect for me, man manah, mat manahagatam, the intention of my mind, jananti, they know, gopika, the gopis, partho, arjuna, no, not any others, jananti, no, tatvataha, actually. So partha gopis, the gopis know my greatness, my loving service, respect for me and my mentality. Others cannot really know these. This work was spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the Adi Purana. Say Gopi Gana Madhe Uttamaradhika Rupe Gune Saubhagye Prema Sarvadhika. Say those Gopi Gana, the gopis, Madhe among Uttama, the highest, Radhika, Srimati Radharani, Rupe in beauty, Gune in qualities, Saubhagye in good fortune, Preme in love. Sarva Adhika above all. Among the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the foremost. She surpasses all in beauty, in good qualities, in good fortune, and above all in love. Among all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most exalted. She is the most beautiful, the most qualified, and above all, the greatest lover of Krishna. यथा राधा प्रिया विष्णोस् तस्या कुण्डं प्रियं तथा सर्वगोपीषु सेवैका विष्णु अत्यंत वल्लभा. Yatha, just as Radha, Srimati Radharani, Priya, very dear, Vishnu, to Lord Krishna, Tasya, her, Kundam, bathing place, Priyam, very dear, Tatha, so also. Sarva Gopishu, among all the gopis, Sa, she, Eva, certainly, Eka, alone, Vishnu of Lord Krishna, Atyanta Vallabha, most dear. Just as Radha is dear to Lord Krishna, so her bathing place Radha Kunda is dear to him. She alone is his most beloved of all. She alone is his most beloved of all the gopis. This verse is from the Padma Puran. Trailokye prithvi dhanya yatra vrindavanam puri tatrapi gopika partha yatra radha abhida mama. Trailokye, the three words, prithvi, the earth, dhanya, fortunate. Yatra, where, Vrindavana, Puri, the town, Tatra, there, Api, suddenly, Gopika, the gopis, Partha, or Arjuna, Yatra, where, Radha, Srimati Radharani, Abhidha, named Mama, my. O Partha, in all the three planetary systems, this earth is especially fortunate. For on earth is the town of Vrindavan. And there the gopis are especially glorious, because among them is my Srimati Radharani. This verse spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna is cited from the Adi Puran. Radha Saha Krida Rasa Vruddhira Karan Arasa Gopi Gana Rasopakaran. Radha Saha Krida Rasa Vruddhira Karan Arasa Gopi Gana Rasopakaran. Radha Saha, Vishimati Radharani, Krida, pastimes, Rasa of mellow, Vruddhira of the increase, Karana, the cause, Ara, the other, Sava, all, Gopi Gana, gopis, Rasa Upakarana, accessory of mellow. All the other gopis help increase the joy of Krishna's pastimes with Radharani. The gopis act as the instruments of their mutual enjoyment. It is said that the gopis are divided into five groups, namely the Sakhis, Nitya Sakhis, Prana Sakhis, Priya Sakhis, and Parama Preshta Sakhis. All these fair complexioned associates of Srimati Radharani, the queen of Vrindavan Dham, are expert artists in evoking exotic sentiments in Krishna. The Paramapreshta Sakhis are 8 in number, and in the ecstatic dealings with Krishna and Radha, they are sometimes with Krishna and other times with Radharani, just to create situation in which it appears that they favor one against the other. That makes the exchange of mellows more palatable. Krishnera Vallabha Radha Krishna Pranadhan Taminu Sukha Hetu Nahe Gopigan. Krishna of Lord Krishna, Vallabha, beloved, Radha, Srimati Radharani, Krishna Pranadhana, the wealth of the life of Lord Krishna, Taha Har, Vinu, without, Sukha Hetu, cause of happiness, Nahi are not, Gopigana, the gopis. Radha is the beloved consort of Krishna, and she is the wealth of his life. Without her, the gopis cannot give him pleasure. Kansarirapi sansaram vasana baddha shrinkhalam radha madhaya rudhaye tatyajya braja sundari. Kansa Ari, Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kansa, Api, moreover, Samsara, for the essence of enjoyment, Rasalila, Vasana, by the desire, Baddha, tied on Shrinkhalam, who was like the chains, Radham, Srimati Radharani, Adhaya, taking Hrudaye in the heart, Satyacha, left aside, Vijasundari, the other gopis. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, left aside the other gopis during the Rasa dance and took Srimati Radharani to his heart, for she is the helper of the Lord in realizing the essence of his desires. In this verse from the Gita Govinda 3.1, Jaydev Goswami describes Sri Krishna leaving the Rasila to search for Srimati Radharani. Say Radhara Bhavalaya Chaitanya Avatar Yuga Dharma Nama Prema Kaila Parachar. Say that Radhara of Srimati Radharani, Bhava, the emotion, Laya, taking Chaitanya of Lord Chaitanya, Avatar of the incarnation, Yuga Dharma, the religion of the age, Nama Prema, the holy name and love of Godhead, Kaila, deed, Prachar, preaching. Lord Chaitanya appeared with the sentiment of Radha. He preached the dharma of his age, the chanting of the holy name and pure love of God. Sei bhave nija vancha karila puran avatare rai vancha mula karan. Say that bhave in the mood, nija vancha, his own desires, karila, deed, purana, fulfilling, avatarera of the incarnation, this vancha desire, mula, root, karana, cause. In the mood of Srimati Radharani, he also fulfilled his own desires. This is the principal reason for his appearance. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gosai Brajendra Kumar Rasamaya Murti Krishna Sakshata Shringar. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gosai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brajendra Kumar, the child of King Narada, the child of King Nanda, Rasamaya, consisting of mellows, Murti, the form, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Sakshata directly, Shringara, amorous love. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya is Krishna. Vrajendra Kumar, the embodiment of rasas. He is amorous love personified. He rasa aswarite kaila avatar. Anusange kaila sava rasera prachar. Say that rasa melo aswadite to test. Kaila made avatar incarnation. Anusange as a secondary motive. Kaila did sava all. Rasera of melos prachara broadcasting. He made the appearance to taste that conjugal melo and uh, incidentally to broadcast all the rasas. Vishvesham anuranjanena janayan anandamindivara Shreni Shamala Komalay Rupanayan Angay Anangotsavam Sachandam Braja Sundaviri Avita Pratyangamalanggita Shrungara Eva Murtimana Shrungara Saki Murtimana Madhu Mugdho Hari Kridati. Vishvesham Anuranjanena Janayan Anandavindivara Shrini Shamala Komala Rupanayan Anger Anangosavam Swachandam Vrida Sundavir Avitaha Prati Alangalangita Shrungara Saki Murtimani Madhu Buddho Harikridati Vishvesham of all the gopis Anuranjanena by the act of pleasing, Janayan producing Anandam the bliss, Indi Varashrini like a row of blue lotuses, Shamala bluish black, Komalahi and soft, Upanayan bringing Angai with his limbs, Ananga Utsavam a festival for Cupid, Tachandam without restriction, Vraja Sundari by the young women of Vraja, Avitaha on both sides, Prati Angam each limb, Alingitaha embraced, Shringaraha Amarsla, Sakhi a friend, Murtima embodied, Eva like Madhav in the springtime, Muktaha perplexed, Hari Lord Hari, Kridati plays. My dear friends, just see how Shri Krishna is enjoying the season of spring with the gopis embracing each of his limbs is like amorous love personified. With his transcendental pastimes, he enlivens all the gopis and the entire creation. With his soft bluish black arms and legs, resemble blue lotus flowers, he has created a festival for Cupid. This is a verse from Jaydev Goswami's Gita Govinda 1.11. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gosai Rasera Sada Ashesha Vishesha Kaila Rasa Swadan. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gosai, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rasera of Melo, Sadhana, the residence. Ashesha Vishesha, unlimited varieties of enjoyment. Kaila, deed. Rasa, Melo, Aswadana, tasting. Lord Shri Chaitanya, Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya is the abode of Rasa. He himself tasted the sweetness of Rasa in endless ways. Saidware Prabhakaila Kaliyuga Dharma Chaitanya Rahata Se Jane Isava Marma. Saidware, in that way, Pravartaila, he initiated Kali Yuga of the age of Kali, Dharma, the religion, Chaitanya of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Dase, the servant, Jane knows, A, B, Sava, all, Marma, secrets. Thus initiated the Dharma for the age of Kali. The devotees of Lord Chaitanya know all these truths. Lord Chaitanya is Sri Krishna himself, the absolute enjoyer of the love of the gopis. He himself attained the role of the gopis to test the predominated happiness of transcendental mellows. He appeared in that mode, but simultaneously he propagated the religious process for age in a most fascinating way. Only the conditioned devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can understand the transcendental secret. Advaita Acharya Nityananda Shiniva Radha Murari Hari Das Arajata Chaitanya Krishnera Bhaktagan Bhakti Bhave Shire Dhari Sabara Charan Advaita Acharya Nityananda Lord Nityananda Srinivas Shri Shivas Pandit Gadadhar Pandit Damodar the Swarup Damodar Goswami Murari Gupta Haridas Thakur are other Jata all Chaitanya Krishner of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Bhakta Gana devotees Bhakti Bhave with a devotional attitude Shire on my head Dhari I take Sabar of all of them Charana the lotus feet Advaita Acharya Lord Nityananda Shivas Pandit Gadadhar Pandit Sarup Damodar Murari Gupta Haridas Thakur and all of the other devotees of Sri Krishna Chaitanya bowing down with devotion I hold their lotus feet on my head. The author of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta teaches us that we must offer our respectful obeisances to all such pure, confidential devotees of Lord Chaitanya, if we indeed want to know him in truth. षष्ठ श्लोकेरई कहिल आभास मूल श्लोकेर अर्थ शुन करिए प्रकाश षष्ठ श्लोकेर of the sixth verse, this Kaila has been spoken, Abhas a hint, Mula Shloker of the original verse. Artha, meaning Shuna, please hear. Kariya Prakash, I am revealing. I have given a hint of the sixth verse. Now please hear as I reveal the meaning of the original verse. Shri Radhaya Pranamai Kidrisho Vaneva Swadhyena Kidrisho Madiya Saukyam Chasya Madanota Kidrusham Veti Lobhat Tadbhavadya Samajani Sachigarva Sindhu Arindhu. Shri Radhaya of Srimati Radharani Pranaya Mahima, the greatness of love. Kidrishaha, of what kind? Va or Anaya, by this one, Radha, Eva, alone, Aswadhya, to be relished, Yena, by that love, Adbhuta Madhurima, the wonderful sweetness, Kidrishaha, of what kind? Va or Madiyaha, of me, Sokyam, the happiness, Cha, and Asya, her, Mad Anubhavataha, from realization of my sweetness, Kidrisham, of what kind? Va or Iti, thus, Lovat, from the desire, Tat, her, Bhava Adhya, richly endowed with the emotions. Samajani took birth, Sachi Garbha, of the womb of Sachi Devi, Sindhu, in the ocean, Hari, Lord Krishna, Indu, like the moon. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. ये सब सिद्धांत गुड़ कहिते न जुआय ना कहले के है इहार अंत नहीं पाए. This sub all Siddhanta conclusions, Gudha, very confidential. Kahite to speak, na not. Juyaya, quite fit. Na not. Kahile, speaking. Keha, anyone. Ihara of it. Anta end. Nahi not. Paya get. All these conclusions are unfit to disclose in public. But if they are not disclosed, no one will understand them. Hare Krishna. Just 2 minutes. Anyone, please do Kirtan, possible. Hare Krishna. Revati Didi, do little Kirtan.
Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sati Mahata, you there?
Yes.
Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari
Hare
Om, Hari Om.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sati Mataji.
Tanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. अतएव कही किछु करिया निगूढ़, बुझिबे से रसिक भक्त ना बुझिबे मूढ़. अतएव therefore kahi I speak kichu something, kariya squeezing, nigudha essence, bujive can understand, rasika skilled in relishing transcendental humors, bhakta devotees na not bujive will understand, mudha rascals. Therefore I shall mention them, revealing only their essence, so that loving devotees will understand them, but fools will not. हृदय धरे जे चैतन्य नित्यानंद, ये सब सिद्धांत से ही पाइबे आनंद. Hृदय in the heart, dhare captures, J anyone who, Chaitanya, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda and Lord Nityananda, ये सब, all these siddhanta by transcendental consciousness conclusions say that man, five-way will get ananda bliss. Anyone who has captured Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu in his heart will become blissful by hearing all these transcendental conclusions. ये सब सिद्धांत है आम्रे रपल्ल भक्त गण कोकिलेर सर्वदा वल्लभ. If these sub all siddhanta transcendental conclusions haya are ambrera of mango, pallava twigs, bhakta gana the devotees, kokilera to those who are just like cuckoo birds, sarvada always, vallabha pleasing. All these conclusions are like the newly grown twigs of a mango tree. They are always pleasing to the devotees who in this way resemble cuckoo birds. अभक्तौष्टेर इथे नाहय प्रवेश तबे चित्ते हय मोर अंध विशेष. A bhakta, non-devotees, ustrera of a camel, ithe in this, na not haya is there, pravesha entrance, tabe then, chitte in my heart, haya there is, mora my ananda vishesh special jubilation. The camel-like non-devotees cannot enter into these topics. Therefore, there is special jubilation in my heart. जे लागी कहीते भय से यदि ना जाने, यह बाकी वा सुख अच्छे त्रिभुवने. ये लागी for the matter of which कहीते भय afraid to speak, से यदि ना जाने if they do not know, यह वही except this kiva what sukha happiness ache there is tribhuane in the three worlds. For fear of them I do not wish to speak. But if they do not understand, then what can be happier in all the three worlds? अतएव भक्त गणे करी नमस्कार, निशंके कहिए तार औक चमत्कार. अतएव therefore भक्त गणे unto the lotus, unto the devotees, kari I offer namaskar obeisances. Nishanki, without any doubt, kahiye I say, tara of the devotees. Hauka, let there be chamatkar astonishment. Therefore, after offering obeisances to the devotees for their satisfaction, I shall speak without hesitating. कृष्णेर विचार एक आचय अंतरे पूर्णानंद पूर्ण रस खूप कहे मोरे. Krishna of Lord Krishna, vichara, consideration, eka, one. Ache is antare, within the heart. Purna ananda, complete transcendental bliss. Purna rasa kupa, the Purna rasa rupa, full with transcendental mellows. Kahe more, they say unto me. Once Lord Krishna considered within his heart, everyone says that I am complete bliss, full of all rasas. Amahite anandita haya tribhuvan, amake anand dive aiche kona jan. Amahite, from me, anandita, pleased, haya becomes tribhuvana, all the three words. Amake, unto me, anand dive, will give pleasure. Aiche, such, kon jana, what person? All the world derives pleasure from me. Is there anyone who can give me pleasure? Amahite jaro hoyo shata shata guna, sejana, alladite pare moramana. Amahite than me, jaro whose haya there is shata shata guna, hundreds of qualities more, sejana, that person, alladite, to give pleasure, pare is able, more, my, mana, to the mind. One who has 100 times more qualities than me would give pleasure to my mind. Amahite guni bada jagata sambhava. Ekali radha de taha kari anubhava. Amahite than me, guni qualified, bada greater, jagate in the world, asambhava. There is no possibility. Ekali only radhate in Srimati Radharani taha that kari anubhava. I can understand. One more qualified, one more qualified than me is impossible to find in the world. But in Radha alone, I feel the presence of one who can give me pleasure. कोटि काम जिनी रूप यद्यपि आमार असमर्थ माधुर्य श्याम नाही जार मोर रूपे आप्यायित हय त्रिभुवन राधा दर्शने मोर जुड़ाए नयन कोटि काम 10 billion cupids genie conquering rupa beauty yadyapi although amar mine asam urdhva unequaled and unsurpassed Madhurja, sweetness, Samya, equality, Nahi, there is not. Jar of whom, more my, Rupe in beauty. Abhyaita, please, Haya becomes Tribhuvana, all three worlds. Radhara of Srimati Radharani, Darshane, being more my, Judaya satisfies. Nayana, eyes. Although my beauty defeats the beauty of 10 million cupids, although it is unequaled and unsurpassed, and although it gives pleasure to the three worlds, seeing Radharani gives pleasure to my eyes. मोरवंशी गीते आकर्षय त्रिभुवन राधार वचन हरे आमार श्रवण. More my Vamshi Gite by the vibration of the flute. Akarshay, I attract. Tribhuvana, the three worlds. Radhara Vachane, the words of Srimati Radharani. Hare conquers Amara my Shravana, hearing power. The vibration of my transcendental flute attracts the three worlds, but my ears are enchanted by the sweet words of Srimati Radharani. So, यद्यपि आमर गंधे जगत सुगंध मोर चित्त प्राण हरे राधांग गंध. Yadyapi, although Amara, my Gandhe, by the fragrance, Jagata, the whole universe, Sugandha, sweet smelling, more, my Chitta Prana, mind and heart, Hare attracts Radha, Srimati Radharani, Anga, bodily, Gandha, flavor. Although my body lends fragrance to the entire creation, the scent of Radharani's limbs captivates my mind and heart. यद्यपि आमार रसे जगत सरस राधार अधर रस आमा करे वश. Yadyapi, although Amar of me, Rase, by the taste, Jagat, the whole world, Sarasa is palatable. Radha of Srimati Radharani, Adhara Rasa, the taste of the lips, Ama, me, Kare, makes worship publicity. Although the entire creation is full of different tastes, because of me, I am charmed by the nectarian taste of the lips of Srimati Radharani. जैसे कि हमारा स्पर्श कोटिंद्र शीतल राधिकार स्पर्शे आमा करे सुशीतल. Yadyapi, although Amara, my Sparsha, touch, Koti Indu, like millions upon millions of moons, Shitala, cool, Radhika Rakshva, Srimati Radharani, Sparsha, the touch, Ama, me, Kare, makes Sushitala very, very cool. And although my touch is cooler than 10 million moons, I am refreshed by the touch of Srimati Radhika. এই মত জগতের সুখে আমি হেতু রাধিকার রূপ গুণ আমার জীবাতু. এই মত in this way, Jagatera of the whole world, Sukhe in the matter of happiness, Ami, I am Hetu, the cause, Radhikar of Raj, Srimati Radharani, Rupa Guna, beauty and attributes, Amar of my, Jiva to life and soul. Thus, although I am the source of happiness for the entire world, the beauty and attributes of Srimati Radhika are my life and soul. এই মত অনুভব আমার প্রতি বিচারে দেখিয়ে যদি সবে বিপরীত. এই মত in this way অনুভব affectionate feelings আমার my pratita understood vichari by consideration dekhi I see jadi if sub everything viparita contrary. In this way my affectionate feeling for Srimati Radharani we have understood, but on analysis I find them contradictory. রাধার দর্শনে মোরা জুড়ায় নয়ন আমার দর্শনে রাধা সুখে অজ্ঞান. Radhar of Srimati Radharani Darshane in meeting more of my Judaya are satisfied. Nayan eyes. Amar of me Darshane in meeting Radha with Radharani Sukhe in happiness again more advanced. My eyes are fully satisfied when I look upon Srimati Radharani, but by looking upon me she becomes even more advanced in satisfaction. परस्पर वेणु गीते हरे चेतन मोर भ्रमे तमाले करे आलिंगन. Paraspara, against each other, Venu Gita, the singing of the bamboo, Hare attracts Chetana, consciousness, more of me. Brahme, in mistake, Tamalera, a black tree known as Tamal, Kare, she does, Alingana, embracing. The flute, like murmur of the bamboos, rubbing against one another, steals the Radharani's consciousness. For she thinks it is to be the sound of my flute, and she embraces a tamal tree, mistaking it to be me. Krishna Arumana Paino Janama Safale, Krishna Sukhi Magnare, Vikshakari Kole, Krishna of Lord Krishna, Alingana, the embrace, Painu I have gotten. Janama Safale, my birth is now fulfilled. Krishna Sukhe, in the matter of pleasing Krishna, Magna, immersed. Rahe, she remains. Vriksha, the tree, Kari, taking Kole on the lap. I have gotten the embrace of Sri Krishna, she thinks. So now my life is fulfilled. Thus she remains immersed in pleasing Krishna, taking the tree in her arms. Anukula vate jadi paya moragandha, udiya padite chahe prema hayanda. Anukula vate, in a favorable breeze, jadi if paya, there is more of my gandha, fragrance. Udiya, flying, padite to drop, chahe, she wants, preme, in ecstatic love, haya becomes andha, blind. When a favorable breeze carries to her the fragrance of my body, she is blinded by love and tries to fly into that breeze. Tambula charvita jabe kare aswadane ananda samudra dube kichhui na jane. Tambula betel na charvita chewed jabe when kare does aswadane tasting ananda samudra in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Dube drowns kichhui anything na not jane knows. When she tastes the betel chewed by me, she merges in an ocean of joy and forgets everything else. আমার সঙ্গমে রাধা পায় যে আনন্দ শত মুখে বলি তবু না পাই তার অন্ত। আমার my Sangama in association, Radha, Srimati Radharani, Paya, gets, J, whatever, Ananda, transcendental bliss, Shatamukhe, in hundreds of mouths, Bali, if I say, Tabu, still, the God, Pai, I reach, Tara, it's Anta, limitation. Even with hundreds of mouths, I could not express the transcendental pleasure it derives from my association. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here today. Verse number 243, 1.4.243. So we'll begin. I think there'll be class on Sunday, that is Ekadashi. And
Ji
so
Maharaj.
we can have class on Sunday. Huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Done that promise, Maharaj. Thank you so much for attending today, and sorry I was late. We
When
had
is the
load
class?
shedding. We'll have
Thank you. No problem. Actually, I was also late because we are about to leave the their Anirudh Prabhu's Bhagavatam class there, and then some devotees surrounded Sripad Dandi Maharaj, and Maharaj was showing them the benefits of cow dung and other things, and they were asking many questions to Maharaj about their health, and some discussion about the cow protection was going on. So, I also got late, maybe 7:45, huh? Because when you're outside, sometimes it's unpredictable. The time we gave today was 7, but I was late 40 minutes. I apologize for that.
yes, Maharaj, no problem. But thank you always for your time, Maharaj. You're
Jai,
always
Jai.
here for us.
That is
Dhanavad.
true, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Dandas Didi. Hare Krishna. Thank you for Kirtan and all, arranging the class. Hare Krishna. I just give Jadwani now. Jai
Sure, Maharaj.
Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Vyarji ki Jai. Jai Tala Prasthajat Guru Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Gurudev ki Jai. Tala Prashtam Vishnupas Shri Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Tala Prashtam Vishnupas Shri Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Tala Prashtam Vishnupas Shri Gauragovinda Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Tala Prashtam Vishnupas Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj ki Jai. आचार्य केशरी श्री श्रीमद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। सपरिकर देवगुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद ठाकुर की जय। महाभागवत प्रोशल गौर किशोर बाबा जी महाराज की जय। सच्चिदानंद सत्संग गोस्वामी श्री भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गोवर्धन द्वार शिवनाथ मुख मंडल की जय। गंगा जमुना तुलसी भक्त देवी की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा चक्र जीव की जय। सर्वविघ्न विनाशन श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंह भगवान की जय। भक्त श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। वर्तन एकादशी की जय। चरंडी स्वामी श्री भक्तिदांत दंडी महाराज जी की जय। नामनिष्ठ संत श्री अनिरुद्धा प्रभु की जय। भटेर सेवक वृंद की जय। धामवासी भक्त वृंद की जय। समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। So today there was actually, Katha was Sri Suman Krishna Shastri. He is from Shuktal. Shukdev Goswami spoke Katha to Parishit Maharaj. Today he was telling some nice thing, and he said, when Lord appeared before Dhruva Maharaj, Lord touched the conch shell to his cheek. And the cheek, he said that Lakshmi, the Saraswati, the goddess of learning, resides in the cheeks. So when Lord touched his Panchajanya conch shell to the cheek of Dhruva Maharaj, then he became very eloquent and he began to glorify Bhagwan. So Panditji was telling, Shastriji was telling that we should not slap our children on the cheeks. Like many times we do like this, we slap on the cheeks of the children. But he said, don't do that, because like Saraswati resides there. If you keep on slapping Saraswati who resides in the cheeks of your children, she will go away forever. So he said, you can slap, can find some other place to slap, but not on the cheeks. How long she will tolerate? Then another point he was making, that we get up in the morning and we look at our mobile phone. He said mobile phone is like a mirror. In scriptures it is said that if anyone who gets up from the bed and doesn't look at the looks at the mirror, doesn't take bath, and even before taking bath, looks at the mirror, that person will lose all the good fortune, and his lifespan will reduce. So he told that people are searching for money, Lakshmi and Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and Govinda. So he said, Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Kara madhye tu Saraswati. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. On the tip of your right hand, there is Lakshmi is residing. Kara madhye tu Saraswati. In the middle of your hand is Saraswati. Kara mule tu Govinda, which is Manibandha. Govinda is staying here. So if you look at your own palm, when you get up in the morning, then you'll become prosperous because you are looking at Lakshmi, and then you are looking at Saraswati, you'll become very learned. And if you look at the Govinda, then Bhakti will come. But someone else was telling that, Karagre vasate Facebookam, Karamadhi Twitteram, Karamule to Instagramam, Prabhate mobile darshanam. So people are seeing their mobile phone in the morning. That leads to all the misfortune. And then he said, Prabhate Kara Darshanam, means Kara means hand. You're supposed to look at your hand, but many people, they're accustomed to drinking bed tea or bed coffee. And then wife will bring them a cup of tea or coffee, then say instead of Kara Darshanam, they have Kappa Darshanam, cup. So he was making some funny jokes. So anyways, that's true. Means then he was telling that when we get up and generally we sleep on the bed. Some people like Shiva Dandi Maharaj sleep on the ground. But when we put our foot on the ground first thing in the morning, we should pray for forgiveness from Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is bearing our weight. Someone will spit on our head. The Shastraji was telling that we'll feel so much anger, and but we pass urine and stool on the earth, and Mother Earth doesn't protest. So Varahadeva married Mother Earth, so we should pray to her. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padas Paracham Shamaswame. Samudra Vasane Devi. Oh, oh Mother Earth, Bhumi Devi, the oceans are your clothes. Parvatastana Mandale. All the mountains on the earth are like your breast. Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam. You are the wife of Lord Vishnu, Varahadev, Mahavishnu. And Padas Parasham Samaswame, please forgive the touch of my foot. So like this, with this is one prayer, because Dhyan Chandra Goswami was a disciple of Gopal Guru Goswami. He wrote one Paddhati called Gaurav Govinda Charan Archana Smaran Paddhati. Means he gave some external rules and regulations which devotees should follow. And then there are some internal rules and regulations which are given by Srila Raghunath Goswami in Manashiksha and Vilap Kusumanjali. So anyways, external way and internal way, there are two ways of engaging in devotional service. But in the external way, he has given all the mantras we are supposed to chant. So anyways, lot of nice things, Harikatha, Shripat Dandi Maharaj Ji and Shri Anirudh Prabhuji both are sitting and hearing, and I am also getting to learn, because Bhagavatam also, you have so many points are there. And we have to study Bhagavatam. And actually, even Caitanya Caritamrta, you'll see that it is based on Bhagavatam. Don't think that Caitanya Caritamrta is something not Bhagavatam. But rather, this is actually even more confidential than Bhagavatam. Although it is based on Bhagavatam, it is more confidential. Like the verse which Chaitanya Caritamrta, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes, "Na pareham nirubadya samyujam sadhu krutyam vibhudavisha piva yama bhajan durjara geha shankala samvrashatadva pratiyati sadhuna." Krishna says that ye yathamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manusya partha sarvesham. As they surrender unto me, I reward them. If they surrender 1%, I reward them 1%. If they surrender 100%, I reward them 100%. But gopis, they surrendered so much to Krishna. So Krishna cannot repay them. Krishna said, I will be eternally indebted to you. Because Krishna cannot leave anyone. But gopis left their family, husbands, relatives, patisutan vayan, bhratru bandhavan, ati vilangate anti achyutam gata, gati vidastabod gita mohita, Hitavayoshita Kastajenishi. The gopis abandoned all the relative relationships and even the consideration of getting elevation to the heavenly planet and all happiness. They forsook everything for Krishna. That's why Krishna cannot repay them. Krishna cannot repay them. So Krishna called them actually. Vrindaranye Pramarasudane Mallika Pushpamode Shri Shubhramsho Kirana Ruchire Kokilabder Manote Ratrau Chitre Pashupa Manita Chitta Deha Pahari Kansarate Madramurali Rajo Raja. So Krishna personally called the gopis, not that the gopis called Krishna. He needed the gopis. So that is why they are Ashray Jatiya Vastu. That's why Mahaprabhu, when he was in Navadvip, Mayapur, he was chanting Gopi, Gopi, Gopi. Because he told that gopis are the highest recipient of Krishna's mercy. They are the receptacles of Krishna's love. And Padyavari also a verse comes that Visheshu Tavad Abala Tasvapi Gopya Sabhav Mruduvacha Madhya Tasam Apisa Tasyam Api Sachi Vikshitam Kimapi. Among all the residents of Braj, the gopis, the females, and among them the gopis, and among them Radharani, her sidelong glance is most attractive, Krishna. So you see that Krishna's bodily fragrance is so powerful, but Radharani's bodily fragrance will even attract Krishna. Ka Krishna se pranay jane bhu, Srimati Radhika, kasya prayasyam anupama guna, Radhika na chanya, jayam deshe drushitra lata, nishthuratvam kuchasya, mancha purte pravati hare, Radhika na chanya. Govind Lilamrut and other books, it is explained that Krishna, Radharani alone fulfills all the desires of Sri Krishna. Kumapta kanchanabja garvahari gaurava, Pitananchita jagandha kirti nindi saurava. So, Radharani, Kumkumapta, Kanchanabja, Garbhari Gaurabha, Pitananchitabja Gandha, Kirtininda Saurabha. More beautiful than lotus, very effulgent bodily fragrance. Like our Panditji, Shastriji told today that tomorrow is Krishna Janma Utsava. So Krishna Janma Utsava, there will be everyone, all Mataji should dress in yellow sari if they have. And if they cannot dress in yellow, they should wear blue garment, blue saris. That is the custom in India. Because Krishna is Pitambar. Krishna wears yellow garment. So that's why Krishna prefers yellow garment. Because Radharani's complexion is yellowish, golden complexion. Tapta Kanchana Gaurani. So that's why all the Matajis are told tomorrow to wear yellow saris. Or he said, if you don't have yellow sari, don't fight with your husband. You can wear the blue sari because Balram wears the blue garment. Blue is Balram and Nilambar. Because Krishna's bodily complexion is blue, Balram wears the blue garment. And Radharani's complexion is yellow, so Krishna wears the yellow garment. Either blue or yellow, both are fine because Krishna's birth means Balram's birth is also there. So like that.
What
So,
about Maharaj? What about single people? Single people can wear too?
Single people, you are not single. No one is single in this world. Because we may think we are single, but we are made for Krishna's pleasure, right? So how can you be single? You become single because you have either you are a spinster, you never got married, or your husband died, or you got divorced, or you are just single by choice. Either way, there are many cases why someone may be single. But actually, no one is independent. Understand, Krishna. Everyone is Krishna. Krishna is. Then, if you are worshipping in this particular mood, then you are worshipping that you are not alone. You are with Radharani. Understand? So we are all servant of Radharani. So how can we be single? Understand? So we are always with Radharani. Radharani is always there with us. And now here Krishna is telling, this particular chapter is so wonderful that Krishna is telling that I attract the mind of the whole world, but Radharani attracts the mind of me. And I am providing all the delicious foodstuffs. Like today in Prasadam, there was actually Rasmalai. Rasmalai is so delicious. It just melts in your mouth from milk and sweet. So yesterday was halwa, that is also very sweet. But all these delicacies, what Radharani's lips, Krishna is telling, that is the highest relish for me. Namo Naranetraya Venu Vadya Vinodine Radha Adhara Sudha Pana Shalini Vanamalini Radha Adhara Sudha Pana. Krishna is always drinking the nectar of Radharani's lips. Understand? You can see that Radharani, she can fulfill all the desires of Sri Krishna. So that's why this particular chapter was explaining the glories of Gopis and among them Radharani. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Kali Yuga in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to release the mood of Radharani. Second thing is that not everyone will understand this Siddhanta, because if you give some nice delicacies or soft grass to the camel may or may not eat it. But camel is always living in the desert. Like in Rajasthan, we see many camels. And these camels actually eat the thorny bush. And sometimes their tongue and their mouth is bleeding and they think it is also salty, nice thing. So the point I'm making is that the non-devotees are not attracted to these discussions of Radha Krishna. Only those who are very fortunate and Rasik Vaishnavas, Bhav Vaishnavas, they will be attracted to these descriptions of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta. So otherwise, others are not interested in this sweet Harikatha of Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So those who are actually having mercy of Guru Parampara, Guru and Gauranga, they alone can understand this. It's a very elevated and confidential topic. This is not to be discussed in public, because this is the essence of all the Vedas, all Bhagavatam. And he quoted, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quoted so many verses from Adi Puran, where Krishna is telling Arjuna, his bosom friend, that gopis are my everything. They are my friends. They are my gurus. They are my disciples. They are my everything. Krishna says that my entire position is the gopis. So that's why Gopya Tapaka Bacharan Yadamushya Rupam Lavanya Saram Asamurdam Anna Siddham Drugvi Pibanti Anusavavi Navam Durapam Ekanta Dhameshwata Shriyashwarasya. Mathura Ramanis are glorifying gopis, that what austerities the gopis have performed, that they are embracing that Parabrahma and they are relishing the beauty of that Parabrahma. So, Mukta Munina Mrutyam Phalam Kopi Devaki Phalati Tat Palati Yashoda Nikamam Upabhunjate Gopya. So, Devaki gave birth to that fruit. Mother Yashoda maintained that fruit, and gopis enjoyed that fruit, and that fruit is Sri Krishna. So like that. Hare Krishna. Vanchata Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much. Shripad Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj Ki Jai. Vanchaka Patubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vidya Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo.
Thank you, Didi. Vishaka Didi Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Thank you so much for all your time, and thank you for always coming and being here with us. We really appreciate your association and taking off time in your busy schedule. So thank you so much.
Maharaj is so caring.
Yes,
he always find all kind of thing to advise us. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna Maharaj is time.
Thank you.
So thank you, Maharaj, once again, and thank you, dear devotees, for joining in today. And we'll see you all again tomorrow with Shripad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj for our normal Saturday program, and then we will see Shripad Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj again on Sunday for Bhagavad Gita classes. And Maharaj, so it's Sunday is a Ekadasi for everybody, right?
Yes. It is a Sarvesham Ekadashi. I'll check with Dandi Maharaj, but I think there's no confusion this time. So I already sent out a notice, but I'll check with Maharaj tomorrow. If any change, I'll let you know, but I think it is for everyone, I think, 16.
Maharaj, Hare Krishna, must give a class on the topic of how we are not single.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell, but let me do some research, okay?
Yeah, I would like to know, because that's a deep topic, I think.
Yes.
because I guess the connection come with the food we eat, and the relationship is also with the food we eat. So
Actually, there are a lot of people in the Western world are just a lot of company about
Vishaka, are you hearing anything?
Yeah, and if you are in
Sorry, Marge, your signal is very
in
bad.
Alaska,
Marge, your connection is poor. Sorry, Marge, your connection is poor. Okay, dear devotees, I don't want to keep up Marge as well. Thank you, Marge, again for all your time, and we will see Marge on Sunday because his connection is very bad.
Yeah, very poor. No sense we say anything because we are not hearing.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prams, Marge. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, again. Marge, we will see you on Sunday. Sorry, your network is very poor. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prams.